Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing fantastic. My name is Marcello Colax and I'm the Managing Director at Clever Markets. So today we are going to have a look at European energy markets for the week starting 3rd of June. Oh my god, I had to think. 2024. Crazy, half the year is already over. I hope you're doing all well and that you're doing everything you hoped you would do throughout the year. Okay, so last week I just had a really good session with the London Stock Exchange. It was quite a bit of fun, so I'm a regular contributor there. I have my monthly webinar, so if you don't know when the next LSEC webinar is with me, then I encourage you to join the Clever Markets WhatsApp group where I post daily TTF updates and also announce when the next webinar is coming on. Okay, cool. So as always, we are starting with the TTF front month and we are on the weekly chart. I just want to zoom out. I think it's always really good at the start of a fresh week to zoom out and remind ourselves where we actually are. So we are in this long-term downtrend that's been going on since forever, 2022 even. Yeah, there you go. And we see that we have bounced off the low 22 level twice now, the first time in June 23 and the second time in February 24. So this is what's happening right now and we are pushing higher. And the question always is, okay, how high will we go? And that's what these Fibonacci retracements are for. So we put them on and we already pushed past the 23.6% retracement, so I removed it, and now we are finding resistance at the 38.2% fib at 35.22. Looking at the trend, momentum tools, volume, everything is pointing towards more gains. Yes, last week was a little bit of a disappointment, so that shaped up as a spinning top. I just forgot the word there. That shaped out as a spinning top. So a spinning top is just a small-bodied candles with two equally long wicks. That simply shows the bulls were trying, the bears were trying, nobody really won, and we just ended up where we started more or less. But here's the thing, hesitation does not mean reversal. So I still think, considering all these factors here, that it's more likely to push higher. How high? Well, the deeper corrections usually go to the 50%, 61.8%. I think that's kind of reasonable. So 34 possibly. Let's have a look at the daily chart. So a few things have changed here from last week. You might remember that last week I was still working with a trend channel around here, but I feel like we've broken past it like too many times. So I remove that and I'm now only working with the trend line. The triangle is still there. The triangle target is up here at 38.4. And we even have a new measured move target at 39.81. Where is that coming from? So last week we were still working with this Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, so we tried to identify, okay, how low can we go? And we did kind of find support at the 50%, 38.2% fib retracement. And since then the market has pushed higher again. So as soon as we start pushing higher, that means the fib retracement is invalid and instead I put on a fib extension. So here the idea is that this up leg can be replicated here. And that is this. This is a 100% extension, so it means like this here is as long as this is going to be. So that's the idea for now and I'm working with that. We did have really high volume on this Friday spinning top, but please remember, it was the last session of the contract, the TTF front month. So higher volume, people closing out, completely understandable. But overall, looking at all of this, we see that trend, momentum, volume tools, everything is still reasonably bullish. So I expect the market to move higher. So let's have a look at what might happen on Monday morning. So on the intraday chart, on the 15-minute chart, we are working with this falling wedge here and we pushed above it as expected, but earlier than anticipated. So usually we would see a break above a falling wedge, maybe like 2/3 into the apex, so maybe like somewhere down here. But now it happened way earlier. And here we pushed higher. We had one break lower, but we kind of closed above it once again, especially if we look at the hourly chart. This here's the 15 minutes, yeah. So I say that, okay, yeah, let's say the level still was holding. Why is this important? Because the falling wedge did generate a target at 37. So this level here needs to hold this old resistance turning support in order for this to be reached after all. So that's why this here holding or identifying this as having hold is so important. Also, we see that from this up leg, we retraced 61.8%, which is 34.07, like spot on. So this was really, really good. The market was obviously looking at that, and the bounce off this level is likely. We see stochastic momentum tools are bullish. The trend tools, so the 8 and 12 exponential moving average, they're not quite bullish yet, but I feel that we could move higher. Now here's the thing, yeah, we must move above 36.08 in order for the target to be reached, in order for the daily chart to continue looking bullish. And that is so important because otherwise, now zooming out on the hourly chart becomes a little bit more clear. This here could be a double top otherwise, and we don't want that, right? So we have to push above this. Otherwise, here's the first top, here's the second top, and then the bearish target would be activated below 33.05, and then we just see losses. I don't see that happening for now, and we did end the week with, on the hourly chart, with a hammer. There you go, zooming in. So a hammer is usually a bullish signal. So that's why I feel we could still ultimately push higher. So that leaves us with all 3 time frames actually being bullish. So that means we are looking for buying opportunities in the troughs. So this will be an exciting week for the TTF because we know what happens, right? I'm just joking now. But if everything looks bullish, we are probably moving lower. That was a joke. So I still think that the upside targets could be reached eventually. It will not happen in one go, so we will see the occasional retracement. I'm keeping an eye on the daily chart. This is like almost a range, 33.05, 36.24. I kind of want to see this resolved to the upside, so to make sure that we actually can continue higher. And that is all for the TTF front month.